to start this little mini series where I will make really like a 5-minute video, or try to make a 5-minute video or less, about testimonies and stories that God has done in my life. And I just really want to share it with you because I have shared these testimonies with many other people, but I want to be able to put this online. Maybe that it would help somebody else. I want to be able to testify, and it might edify someone. It might help them. Somebody might be going through the same thing that I went through, or just somewhere along those lines. So I really wanted to start off just a little bit from before I was born. So my mom, she came to the United States, I believe, in the year of 1998. She did come illegally. My dad was here working, and my dad, he was always there for my mom. He really was. But one day he got caught doing something we're not really proud of, and he was sent to jail. And when that happened, my mom pretty much had no one. And at the time, she was pregnant. A little bit after a while, the doctors called my mom in, and when my mom went to the doctor, they were just showing my mom all kinds of stuff. They were just showing her information about children with Down syndrome. And my mom, she didn't speak English at the time, so she had to have a translator. But even at the time, she was just like, wait, what? And she told them to stop. And at this point in her life, she really had gone through a lot. My mom lost her dad when she was 4 years old. Her mom left her at a young age, and she had to move in with her grandmother. My mom grew up in a very poor ranch when she was younger. She went through a lot of things that little girls shouldn't have gone through in their lifetime. And then my dad was just put into jail, and it just felt like everything at the moment in her life was just crumbling. And the doctors just told her that her child was going to have Down syndrome. And because my mom, at the age of 17, because she was so young, she had no family, they told her that it would be best to abort this baby. They already had the papers ready, all she had to do was sign it. But because of everything happening, she just broke down, ran to the restroom, and she locked herself in there for a good 45 minutes to an hour. At first, she was just like, God, why? Just why? My dad is gone. She went through a lot. She was just asking, why, God? Why are you doing this, now that, now just so many things. But at the end, she was like, you know what, God? You give life, and you have put this child in me, and I'm going to take care of it, whether the child is sick or not. She said, you're gonna give me strength. So she went back in that room. She told the doctors no, that she was not going to abort the baby, that she was going to have the child. So they had to discard of those papers, make new papers saying that there was going to be no abortion. And then she proceeded with going to the doctor about every week, they would check on her stomach to make sure the baby's head wasn't enlarging, just to make sure that the baby was to stay healthy. After my mom went through months of pregnancy, there's times where she even had to walk all the way from her house all the way to the hospital because she would have nobody to take her to the hospital. Imagine a pregnant woman, especially imagine an 8-month pregnant woman having to walk in the heat down to the hospital, and it was not closed. I live here in Texas, and I was born in June, so yeah, it was definitely hot when this had happened. It came to June 25th, 1999, about 5 a.m., where my mom started having contractions. So she packed all of her stuff. She headed to the hospital. 13 hours. Yes, 13 hours of labor. I give props to you moms out there who have gone through labor, because by my mom just telling me this story, 13 hours does not sound pretty. Towards the end, I was actually trying to push up. My mom was so tense because of the pain. I was coming up to her chest. I wasn't going down. Finally, they gave her medicine where she was able to calm down and the tension was just relaxed. I slowly started to come down. When I was delivered, I was dead. I was all blue, purple, not breathing, no signs of life, no heartbeat. I had been choked to death. And my mom, she just looked at her child and she was just so exhausted that she just laid back and she started saying the Lord's Prayer. Padre nuestro, que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga a nosotros tu reino. Hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. She wasn't even halfway through that prayer when she heard her babies crying. You know, it's one thing, hallelujah, you know, I was resurrected. But it's also another thing when they ran the diagnostics, when they did the analyzations, and I was a perfectly healthy baby. Perfectly healthy. And I can't thank God enough for what He has done for me. Just at the beginning of my life, I can totally testify to some people, to everyone, not some, and tell them that God has been evident since day one, since the first day of my life. I want to also share, I forgot, when they did the ultrasound on my mother in the early months of pregnancy, and they had just told, when my mom had just told them no, that she wanted to have the baby, and the ultrasound, I literally lift up my hand. I go like this, bring it into a fist, and then I point up like that. To me, that is so awesome. That's so cool. Cause I was only like maybe not even a couple months old, and the doctor, when he saw that, he was like, whoa. And my mom was like, oh my goodness. And he took a picture of it, like screenshotted it, I guess you could say. And my mom has that X-ray, that ultrasound of me. I don't know where it is, probably with her in Mexico. But one thing that I really get out of this story that my mom recently told me that was kind of like a revelation was, yes, I was sick, but when I died, that sickness died with me. And when God revived me, when He resurrected me, I was a new creation. That sickness had died with me. It was no longer attached to me. I no longer was bonded. I was no longer chained to it. I was now set free and I was a new creation. And that's just such an awesome testimony to me, and I love sharing it with others. And this is really what I want to make this mini-series about, because I have so much to tell about what God has done in my life, and I want to share with all of you guys. And so I really, really, really hope that you guys enjoyed this testimony, that it edified you. I don't know what you might be going through. Maybe this was an encouragement. I hope so. I pray that it is. I really, really did enjoy sharing this testimony with you guys deeply from the bottom of my heart. It is all for God's glory. It is not to give glory to myself, exalt myself. Absolutely not. This is all for God's glory, to show what He has done in my life. And that is what I want to make this little series about. So I really hope that you guys liked it. Please be on the lookout for some more testimonies. It might be from me, it might be from some of my friends, it might be a testimony from my family. You never know, but I definitely want to make testimony videos because I just love testimony videos so much. And so please be on the lookout for that.